What would you do if you woke up at 1 a.m. and realized something was already inside your room? Not outside, not on your roof, inside. That night, I was completely alone in the house. My wife and my 3 children had traveled to visit my parents. There was no one to call for help. No one to hear me scream. And what happened next still doesn't feel real. Because at exactly 1 a.m., something opened my curtain from the inside. And when I finally heard it laugh behind me, I froze. Would you have survived that moment? I woke up suddenly around 1 a.m. No sound, no warning. Just that strange feeling like someone was watching me. I grabbed my phone for light and walked slowly to the closet. The house was completely silent. Too silent. I kept reminding myself, "You're alone. There's nobody here." After using the closet, I turned slowly toward my bed. And that's when I noticed my window blinds moving. Not slightly, violently. At first, I thought maybe wind entered through the window. But the windows were locked. I stopped breathing and stared into the darkness. Then I quickly turned off my phone light. Because deep down, I felt something staring back at me. What would you have done in that moment? The room became darker than I had ever seen before. Then suddenly, I saw a shadow appear on the wall. But something was wrong. There was no body, no reflection, no movement. Just a dark shape standing silently against the wall. My heart started pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. Boom, boom, boom. My hands began shaking uncontrollably. I slowly raised my phone and pressed record. I don't even know why. Maybe I wanted proof. Maybe I thought nobody would believe me. I leaned flat against the wall to avoid being seen. Then, the curtain slowly slid open by itself. My entire body went cold, and that was when I realized. Whatever was inside my room was already aware of me. Would you have stayed hidden or tried to run? Suddenly, the bedsheet moved, not from wind, not slowly. It lifted like invisible hands were dragging it. Then the bed shook slightly. Then the standing fan turned sideways on its own, as if something unseen was walking around my room, playing with everything around me. Hot sweat covered my face instantly. I wanted to scream for my neighbors. I opened my mouth, but no sound came out. Nothing. I couldn't speak. I couldn't shout. I couldn't even breathe properly. Panic took over my entire body. I tried moving toward the door, but my legs felt stuck to the floor, like something was holding me in place. And then, I saw it throw a red shopping bag onto the bed, then a red cloth landed beside it. That was the exact moment I knew I was not alone. If you saw objects moving by themselves, would you still believe it was your imagination? The room suddenly felt colder. Then I saw it. Not fully. Just partly. Its shape looked almost human. But wrong. Its movements weren't normal. It bent strangely. Its body moved too fast, then too slow. And the worst part? It never made a sound while moving. I stood frozen as the creature moved toward the window. Then, without opening it completely, it passed through, like smoke, like it wasn't solid. I couldn't breathe. My chest felt heavy. My brain kept screaming. Run. Move. Do something. But fear had completely taken control of me. I don't know how long I stood there shaking. Seconds felt like hours. Then finally, I forced myself to move toward the window. Would you have followed it, or stayed where you were? I walked slowly toward the window. Every step felt dangerous. My hands were trembling so badly I almost dropped my phone. I looked outside carefully. Nothing. No movement. No shadow. No sound. The entire street was empty. Even the dogs outside were silent. And somehow, that silence felt worse. I looked left. Nothing. I looked right. Nothing. Then I whispered to myself, "It's gone." I started turning slowly away from the window, trying to calm my breathing, trying to convince myself it was over. But the moment I turned around, I heard it, right behind me. Would you have turned around or frozen completely? laughter exploded behind me. Loud, deep, heavy. It sounded like thunder crashing inside water. Like many voices laughing at once. My soul nearly left my body. I froze instantly. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. I couldn't even blink. The air around me suddenly felt heavy. And then, I felt warm breath near my neck. That was the moment I realized. The creature had never left. It was standing behind me the entire time, watching me, waiting, and slowly, very slowly, I started turning around. Would you have looked behind you? To this day, I still don't know what entered my room that night. I checked the recording on my phone the next morning, and what I found made me delete the video immediately, because something appeared on the screen that I never saw with my own eyes. Sometimes I still wake up at exactly 1 a.m., hearing that same laughter in my head. And sometimes, I feel like it never truly left the house. But what terrified me the most was what happened the next night. Because at exactly 1 a.m. again, I heard knocking on my bedroom window. And this time, the voice called my name.
Don't let the next story catch you off guard. Subscribe to Shadow Pulse, because what you hear here might follow you after the video ends.